Hey, hello, and welcome back to my channel. My name's Susan, and man, I missed saying that. I will be bringing you my July book haul. And when I say there's a lot, we're gonna be here for a while, so grab some snacks and enjoy the ride. So first off, I would like to talk about a couple of books I got by Katie McGarry, which are a couple ebooks that I bought, and I will post their cover here. And I forget what the one is called, but I know the one is called Crossing the Line, and they are in her Pushing the Limits series, which I did read the first book of this month and I absolutely adored, so I continued on with the one ebook for the short story, and I never touched the second one yet, so there's that. But I will post their pictures here and check those out if you have the chance. And the other book that I don't have with me that I did buy this month, it's just in my car and it's almost 10 o'clock at night, or it's actually almost 11 o'clock at night, so I'm not going outside to get it, is Catherine House, and I will post a picture of that here as well. I actually found out about that one from Olivia Reads a Latte, I believe, in one of her Reading Rush vlogs. So yeah, make sure to check that out as well as her vlog down below. Now for the books I have with me, I'm terrified. Some of these might have came from June and I'm just misplacing when I bought them, but we're just gonna say I bought them all in July. And these books are the reason I'm putting a new rule for myself in August, that for every 2 books I read off of these shelves back here, I can buy 1 new book. So we're gonna see how well that works. Jamie, if you watch this, I'm gonna hold you accountable for me, or make you hold me accountable, words. And yeah, so we're gonna jump right on in. So the first book I have is actually a graphic novel that's been pretty popular here on YouTube or on BookTube, and that is Check Please by, I was gonna try to say his name, but I actually cannot pronounce it. So yeah, Check Please is a graphic novel about hockey and baking, I believe. And it's always piqued my interest, and even more so when I was on the DFTBA website and I found merch for this. So yeah, I really wanted to give it a chance, and I know there is a second volume out now too. The second book I got this month is actually a series. I believe it's a trilogy, or at least I know there's 3 books out by this author and they all sit next to each other at Barnes & Noble. But that is Shadow of the Fox by Julie Kagawa. Now, I don't know much about this other than it's a high fantasy, I believe, and I think it has something to do with Korean mythology, if I'm right. I could be wrong. I really could be wrong on that, so don't quote me. But what sold me on this was a fox shapeshifter sworn to hide a mysterious scroll, a secret assassin under orders to kill to obtain it. Hunted by demons, gods, and shadows, their wary bond may break them or alter the course of their world. So that really sold me on it, and I really can't wait to get into it soon. All right, the next book I got this month is actually a really witchy read that I hope I could get into soon, and that is When We Were Magic by Sarah Galley. I'm actually really looking forward to getting into it maybe next month or in September when I'm starting to read more of my fall reads, because this is just witchy and magic and sounds really fun. The next ones I'm actually going to hold up together because they do go together, and you can already see them in my hand. But that is the Pokemon Adventures manga Volume 1 and Volume 2. So I only know there's, I think, going to be 4 of these in total, but these are bind-ups of Volumes 1 through 3 and 4 through 6. So yeah, I already read this one for the Reading Rush and I loved it, so I can't wait to get into this one soon. This next one I have here is a middle grade novel, and it's about middle school, and it sounded really interesting and talking a lot about words. Sorry, there was a bug. And that is called Posted by John David Anderson. I haven't read it yet, but I do want to read it soon, and it's middle grade, so it should be a pretty fast read. I read this book a couple years ago and really liked it. It's another middle grade, but that is Dork Diaries by Rachel Renee Russell. And this is a really shiny edition. I know everything's shiny with my ring light, but this is sparkly, and I really want to reread it because these were so cute, and it's told an actual diary format. So yeah, I just really want to reread this, and I hope I can reread it soon. This next book, me and Jamie literally struggled with actually finding. So we were actually at a couple half-price books, and everything had other books by this author, and we both were interested in this book specifically, and no one had it until I was like shopping on my own at Barnes & Noble one day and I found it, and that is 99 Days by Katie, I can't say her last name, Katie Catugno. I'm sorry if I just butchered that if you're actually watching, which I doubt you are. But I don't know much about it other than it was an impossible book to find, so when it was findable, I bought it. For sequels that I haven't actually read the first book for yet, but the sequel I bought this month as well is The Damned by Renee Ahdieh. I've been really looking forward to The Beautiful, and then when I heard it was a series and it was gonna have a sequel, I literally just waited to read The Beautiful, and I put it off for so long that now The Damned is out and I still haven't read The Beautiful. So hopefully I'll read both of these soon. Another witchy book, and this one is Bewitched by Paige McKenzie and Nancy Olin. I almost said Queen, but that would have been way wrong. But once again, it's another witchy book. And this one sold me on because of the back, and that just said, Ridley stifled a cry as Binks snapped a quick photo of the atrocity with a shaking hand. She grabbed Ridley's arm and tugged. Let's get the hex out of here. The two girls ran, putting the horrible message behind them, but every time Ridley closed her eyes, it was as if the words had been burned across her retinas. Dead witch. This next book is one that I should not have bought. I shouldn't have bought it. I haven't read the series. I haven't read the first book in the series. I own the first book in the series. I've owned the first book in the series for years, but I couldn't pass up an Ember in the Ashes signed Barnes & Noble exclusive edition. I shouldn't have bought this, but I'm gonna read it eventually. So now I have a signed exclusive edition in the gorgeous new covers. Another fall themed book, and I don't know much about it, but that is Now Entering Adamsville by Francesca Zappia. I bought this because I was currently listening to Eliza and Her Monsters and loving it, and this was one I was interested in when it first came out, and then I found the hardcover edition either at Barnes & Noble or Books A Million, and I was like, okay, it's meant to be, and I bought it. I got this one during the reading rush, and the back sold me on this, and I do go into more detail of what this is about on the back in the reading rush vlog, so please go watch those. But that is A Wicked Magic by Sasha Lawrence. Like, this cover itself is gorgeous. Look at this cover. It is gorgeous, and purple, which is my favorite color, obviously, if you look at my hair. So yeah, that's why I picked this up. Yay for one of my most anticipated releases of the year, and that is A Beautifully Foolish Endeavor by Hank Green. I actually just finished An Absolutely Remarkable Thing for the first time. I have loved it, so now I can't wait to dive into A Beautifully Foolish Endeavor. We have shrunk the pile. I'm just down to my little container of books, and the next ones I'm going to hold up together because they are part of the same series or duology. I don't know if it's going to be another book, but that is These Witches Don't Burn and This Coven Won't Break by Isabel Sterling. So once again, it's witchy and fun, and I'm really looking forward to reading these, especially coming up in the next month or two because of Halloween and fall and spooky season. Alright, so this next one sounds like a thriller, a mystery thriller, or at least like a really good contemporary, and that is The Small Crimes of Tiffany Templeton by Richard Field. Now, the only thing that sold me on this one was number one, the cover again, because look how good that looks. But number two, on the inside cover, it says bad luck for bad girls. That's how it goes. So that's what really sold me. I keep hearing like someone walking, and like my current read is like a spoopy read. Like I'm reading There's Somebody Inside Your House. So every time I hear something, I'm just like, hello? I would be the person that dies in a horror movie. I can't die though, I have all these books to read. Now that the fly is gone, hopefully, I hope you stay away, Mr. Fly. The next book I got is Ghost Hunter's Daughter by Dan Pawlecki, which is a middle grade book about a girl whose dad is a ghost hunter, and she doesn't believe in ghosts, but her dad goes missing. And I think they believe it's ghosts that did it. So yeah, there's that, and I can't wait to get into this one for fall and spooky season as well. This is one I believe I got in June. I don't know, it was on a trip with Jamie, but that is one that I really want to read for a while, and that is Dear Evan Hansen, which is the book based on the musical. How many books did I get for spooky season? Because this is another one I got, and This is, I think, a series, and it is called Light as a Feather by Lily Arson. Yeah, I'm gonna say that's how you say her name. I just know there's a second book because the back on this says like the game continues in cold as marble. So who knows? Hope I like the first one. I'll give it a chance during spooky season, hopefully. This next one is actually a book I already own, but it's another one I bought with Jamie on the same trip as Dear Evan Hansen, and the last one, Light as a Feather. But this is Maximum Ride, The Angel Experiment, the first book in the Maximum Ride series. And I bought this because, number one, it's based on like the new covers for like the new book coming out, Hawk, or the one that just came out, Hawk, and it was only $4.99. So yeah, we really are actually getting to the bottom. I can start seeing the floor again under this. But this is the last one I believe I got with Jamie, and once again it's kind of witchy mystery thriller. I think I could be really wrong, but that is The Sullivan Sisters by Catherine Ormsby. I am so bad at pronouncing names, but this cover is really why I was drawn to it, and I think it gave witchy vibes or mystery thriller vibes. Definitely gave spooky season vibes because someone is an aspiring magician. And yeah, mystery thriller vibes. I don't know for sure if it's mystery thriller, but I don't want to talk about this next book because there is some controversy with the reading rush with this, and I have to say, I will say it here, I don't support how Raylene and Ariel handled this, but that is Such a Fun Age by Kylie Reed, which I did try to read already, and I have DNF once. I will be trying again with the audiobook. There's just a scene in the first chapter where there is a babysitter, Amira, who is at a party, and the parents that she babysits for calls her up, and she literally tells the mom, I've had a couple drinks, and then that she's basically drunk, and the mom says, I don't care, basically says, I don't care, come take my kid. And for me, that's not okay. That's never okay. And yeah, that just kind of really gave me a bad vibe with the book, and I haven't yet finished it. Okay, on to the books I actually bought today, and you can see my little bookmark in this one. I actually have a vlog up for today of when I bought this book and the next one I'm about to show you, but that is Redemption Prep by Samuel Miller, which is a mystery thriller about this boarding school in Utah in which a girl goes missing, and missing during mass or after mass, and it was basically a time where she shouldn't have gone missing because mass was mandatory. So yeah, this next one I believe is a horror book that I bought today as well, and I've been looking for it everywhere, and that is Happy and You Know It by Laura Hankin. And yeah, I really want to get into this soon. I don't know much about it other than it's about moms, and that just sounded interesting to me. And I've seen a few other booktubers haul it, so I really can't wait to dive in and see what it's about. This next book is one that I don't remember for sure when I bought, but it is a graphic novel, so I should be able to get through it pretty fast. But that is Sabrina the Teenage Witch. I grew up on this show, so I really want to see if the graphic novel's any good and if it's as good as I remember it being for the premise of the show. So yeah, can't wait to read this one. So this next book is a series that I really only don't know much about, but that is The Truth App by Jack Heath. And the back is what sold me on it, because it says, hey nerds, I've been making a lie detector app. It uses the speech recognition code that Randall787 posted last week. Thanks, Randy, to understand what someone is saying, then compares that to a list of evasive phrases. So yeah, kind of sold me on it, and it's also kind of short, so I should be able to get into it and see what it's about and read it pretty fast. Okay, but do you guys ever get the feeling that someone's watching you? It's mood. Two more that I'm gonna hold up together just because they are part of the same series, and I read the first one and I just wanted to get these in hardcover because I do own the second one already, but it's in paperback and it's a tightly bound paperback. That is The Dream Thieves and Blue Lily Lily Blue by Maggie Stiefvater. Don't know much about it, of what's going on, but The Raven Boys, I believe, is a paranormal romance that follows Blue Sergeant and a group of boys from the local prep school that are called the Raven Boys. They go to Aglionby, and It's more than just a journey for a Welsh king, and I recommend it. More books to hold it together, and then we only have 3 left. So there's that. I actually just bought these the other day from Half Price Books, and they are all a part of the same series, which is the series by Neil Shusterman, and that is Unwind, Unholy, and Unsound. And I don't know much about this other than it's a series that kind of tackles reproductive rights, because you can basically unwind your children or like before a certain age and kind of decide to not have them anymore as a parent. So there's that, and I really want to give it a chance and see if I like it. All right, another book I already have, but this one just sounded really interesting, of like a different version of the one I have, and that is Vampire Academy, the Signature Edition. And I don't own a hardcover copy of Vampire Academy anyway, so why not? It's also one of my favorite books of all time, so. All right, the next book I have, and then there's only one more, is one that I don't know much about, but I saw a girl read it, and I forget what her YouTube name is. I think it's Peyton Reads. I could be way wrong though, but I saw her read it in a vlog, and it seemed really interesting, and that is Cinderella is Dead by Kaylin Barron. I'm sorry, I can't say names that well, but I just believe that this takes place after Cinderella, like way after, and it's like a fairy tale retelling, so I really want to get into this and see what it's about. This last one is a repeat book of one I already own, but I own it in a bind-up edition, and I really wanted the paperback, and that is A Life and Death, Twilight Reimagined by Stephanie Meyer. I love Twilight. Next week Midnight Sun comes out, and it's my most anticipated read of the year, and I'm going to be vlogging my entire journey with that book. I'm going to be reviewing that book. I'm going to be posting as much Twilight content as I can about that book, and I'm excited for it. Alright guys, so that's going to be all. I'm going to be filming my reading rush wrap up tomorrow, and I should have this up within the next couple days. So thanks so much for watching. Make sure to click like, comment, and subscribe down below, and I'll see you soon in the next video.